I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Topped out like I managed. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the piano chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Allen now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. And then going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. The families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Allen now looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Play action. It's Herbert. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to work. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen finding Knox there, complete.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed to play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Swift again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard you talk. Why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument,
and this is caught, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. just beat the play clock. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 41. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Second and 7.
Herbert. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. Down inside the 40.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. That's Clark.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. He's going to look deep down the field. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Clark. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Tyreek Hill. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And Cook has it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5.
The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Cook following the penalty. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Bills have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
3rd and
2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a quick read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. In motion, Hill. Here's Swift, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Herbert off of play action. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's Allen. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Throwing is Allen.
Going for the deep ball.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Once again, it's Swift.
And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
passing situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They'll run right here with Swift.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Clark. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing